There we go. All the Harley Davidsons. I've got to admit, you do see quite a lot of them at Yonderman's Cafe. I mean, there were a fair few in here already when we arrived. Just a case of waiting for them to pass on by. This is our lot all waiting to get out. So I've counted about 25 Harley Davidsons going past me, the front of me here. And if they were £25,000 each, you're looking at something like 250, 500, 625k of motorbikes went past the front of me. Now this road took a few little turns to get onto it, and I wasn't really expecting this, but once I got on it I thought, bloody hell, this is a road you really want to ride. But I'm not going to understand how that car got where it is. Well, this is sweeping bend after sweeping bend, and you can just sit there in third gear and open and close the throttle as you go in and out of the bends. It really is the kind of road I love to ride, and I didn't bother waiting for anybody. I just got going. There is one rider behind me. I think it might be Dave. I'm not sure. If it's somebody different, I'll put a little marker up on this video to sort of say who it was. But this was definitely around 4 or 5 miles of pretty good biking road. And you can see the weather's beginning to clag in a little bit. It's not that bad just at the moment. And this is the section that we were going to be doing at New Broome last year. But when we got to Yonderman's Cafe, it just basically turned into an absolute monsoon. And looking at the clouds that were over this area, didn't think it was going to be worth our while doing it. So cut out all of the waypoints for this, and we took the short route back to our second stop. So I am kind of pleased that we're going to get this done today, and I'm going to be riding on this road. I'm pulling up now. I've got a left turn to make. I just want people to catch up. This is the first part of the valley. This is, I think, Hope Valley, and it leads on to Edale Valley. Now, I don't know if I've been on this road before or not. It doesn't look familiar, but that's not unusual for me. Cheers. Roads sometimes don't look familiar until all of a sudden I see something and go, do you know what, I've been here before. And it is the roads were a little bit wet. But I'll tell you what, there are some campsites hidden behind the hedges along here. When I get home, I'm going to have to see if I can identify them, because today, while we've been riding around, we've passed 2 or 3 campsites that weren't on picture. And frankly, it would be nice to come out of this area, ride around, and then at the end of the day, look for a campsite rather than pre-booking. It's not quite a single track road, but it's still a little bit difficult in places just to get past. Looks like it's a good walking area as well as a good riding area. It might have a speed limit of 60 on this road, but somehow or other I don't think you do 60. See, you've just seen a campsite there just as we've gone past the gate. That's one I'll have a look for, I think, when I get home. And I don't think we actually get off this road, you know. I think it takes us all the way round. Ow. When I saw it on a map, there is a sharp left-hand turn to do at the end of this road. Can't remember exactly where it brings us out though. Maybe I'll get an idea when we get to the end of it. Now this bit I really enjoyed. Look at that view over to the left there. Kind of high up and looking out over the plain. Not a fast road. Definitely not with all of this traffic around, to be fair, but I think this is a lot of walkers, because if you look up on the tops of the hills there, you might see a few little people walking around. Now on my sat nav, I can see the turn at the end of this road, and it is quite a sharp left-hand turn. It's basically turning back on yourself. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not sure if I've seen that hill before. I'd say it looks familiar, but there's been places where people are parking their cars. I'm sure I've seen this. I've been here before. Now then, that nasty turn is just around the corner. There it is. And I'm going to go wide on this one, so I'll give myself as big a turning circle as I can. There you go. Eventually you get out, and I think I might know where I am. I think this might be near Mamtor. And if it is further round, the road sort of heads off towards... I'll remember the name of the place in a minute. You wouldn't believe you forget these things, would you? Now, I'd set up the sat-nav and it had chosen a particular route, and this was not on it. And the reason we ended up on this, when I reviewed it later, is that there were no waypoints to force the sat-nav to take the route that it showed. So the sat-nav on the day has chosen a slightly different route between two waypoints. I'm not disappointed. You probably have noticed I'm probably not going to be able to use rear footage off the GoPro Max. It's because I'm just looking at it at the moment and the little red light is not flashing. So I've got a sneaking suspicion the battery on that has died. And here come the Trikes. I thought there was quite a lot of value in the Harley Davidsons at the beginning. I don't know how many Trikes went past at this point. But I'm going to say there's an awful lot more money in this line of Trikes and bikes. Probably worth well over $500,000. Someone will have to tell me. Now our next stop is just a little ways down this road. It's the Jug and Glass pub, I think it's called. I've been here before. I actually stayed on Pomeroy campsite. That was our first ever meet and greet. I'm not saying it was interesting, but we ended up on dirt track, literally dirt track. Won't be doing that today.